Mother, man.
Yo, you fuck her, you two fuck each other, murder metal mayhem.
Spreading faster than a case of the clap in a trailer court. Able to shatter eardrums within a 666-mile radius. A podcast more brutal than all the rest. It's Murder Metal Mayhem! Warning! Trigger alert! Trigger alert! Warning! Trigger alert! Warning! Trigger alert! Warning!
Well, they can't say they haven't been warned.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck is up? And you guys are going to need that trigger alert warning tonight.
That's right. It's Tuesday, and we are throwing down a brand new Murder Metal Mayhem. We're here in Horns High Studios for Horns High Productions, and episode 261 going on tonight. And I'm here in Horns High with Chris. We got windstorms, Chris.
Yes, we do. They're talking about dust storms, zero visibility and shit.
Yeah, we just got alerts on our phones, so it's pretty hairy outside here, but we're bunkering down.
Right.
Joey, how you doing over there in the 419 studios in Toledo?
We're not doing bad. We don't have those kind of storms here yet, but I remember whenever I used to live there, and almost every time I'd tell Stephanie what our weather was at home in Illinois, she would get it the next day. So it was almost like I was a better weatherman for her than anyone.
Right.
Exactly.
So now whenever you guys say it, and I'm always like, well,
we're
probably going to get that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. But what shirts we got on, Chris, over there? You're looking all like buffed out.
I just got this sleeveless like work shirt that I sewed this patch on. So it's just a pentagram with a goat head 666. And the lady at work that always be wearing the Jesus shirts just looking at me like I need an exorcism or something all day long.
I'm sure. And you got the Coors hat.
And I got the Coors hat with, yeah.
That's nice. Joey, I'm so jealous, man. I see your hat there in the video. What you got going on over there, dude?
Well, for my shirt, I got the Alien 666 shirt. My home is here in Toledo. The hat, I actually just switched up because I originally had a Chicago Cubs hat on because since I'm doing Gorgasm and metal, I was, repping the Chicago. But then Stephanie walked in and handed me this new 419 hat that she found somewhere.
Nice.
So I had to put this on for the podcast.
Hell yeah, you did.
And you got the 419 hat replaced because you had your other one.
I had the Toledo hat, yeah.
Oh, the Toledo, that's right.
Yeah, and it got lost. I remember, I know I told that on the podcast. I don't know if I ever followed up with you guys, but I went back through the airport again whenever I went on the cruise this time. And I did the same thing. I put my hat and all the shit in the gray tub, sent it through. This time, whenever it came through, I noticed my hat wasn't in it. It came after it by itself. Okay. So that's probably what happened the first time I went. But I had no fucking idea, though.
And somebody was from Toledo was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Right.
Sweet Toledo hat.
And he better have some lice to go with it.
And I got this brand new Necrot shirt on I ordered from their website. Yeah, definitely badass. Got some stickers too. Got one on the table and one on the door. So definitely digging on those
and
guys.
One on the whore.
A lot of great metal been coming out. Holy shit, it's been ridiculous. But last week, guys, we did the Rainy Street Ripper case from Austin, Texas. We had our boy Tex on with us for that one, so it was a good one. And a very strange case, Chris. I mean, just bodies
showing up. There's nothing weird going on at all.
Right. 14 bodies in the last 2 years floating in that Lady Bird Lake there in Austin. And Chris, you did the metal segment.
Yes, I did. I did Crypta last week. Fucking badass all-female death metal band.
Yeah, we got a commenter that's thanked you for doing that.
Nice.
And did some mayhem. I told the story of the net. Definitely makes you want to get a second pair of scissors in the house. A great killer cage match. and all the usual insanity.
Fucking right.
Could you imagine if you had like company over and you're like cooking and somebody's looking for scissors in the kitchen
And there's this
they're
shit-
like, I just remembered seeing a pair of scissors under the bathroom. I don't know why it's in the bathroom. Let me go get those. So they're in there like with food, you know, cutting.
Like, bro, you fucking grabbed it. I'm not eating none of that food. I still want to know how fast his ass hair grows. Jesus.
Right. We had a comment that's actually, I'm going to read it tonight about that, about the net, which is really funny, from a woman. It's hysterical. Great killer cage match and all the usual stupidity. We're passing 900 to that one today, and another 250 on YouTube, and an amazing 1,400 views of the murder segment video that I posted. So that's good for those murder segments to get up there above 1,000. So that's killer. And always good. It must have been Tex, you know, he's bringing the sexiness.
Always.
You know that. So now we also put out several new episodes of 666 Seconds of Murder. Also the True Crime Deep Cuts videos. I put one out on Friday last week. And the lives I'm doing Sunday, 4 p.m. Central. So go subscribe. Go down below and follow the link so you can get on the channel. A lot of cool shit going on over there. Lots of interviews. Just a lot of stuff happening. So go do that. But tonight, we have got a gruesome case. The Wichita Massacre.
So bad.
Really bad. This one left 5 dead, 2 severely injured, and over an 8-day period. So this is a very short period of time. And definitely these, you know, survivors scarred for life. I mean, holy shit. And if ever there was an episode where we're given a warning before we start in, this
like I
is
said,
it.
you guys.
Yeah,
this
I
one
mean,
right
I'm
here
serious.
is
We
just-
don't ever do this, but I'm like, man, this one's going to be pretty brutal. So if you don't want to hear about some horrendous acts done on human beings, then this is not the place for you. Bow out now. And if you like hearing that kind of stuff or are curious, then brace yourselves for this one. It was suggested by our friend Zev. He was going to come on with us from
unfortunately,
Chicago.
had something come up.
Yeah, he had something going on, so we'll get him on again, but we appreciate him suggesting it. And so we're going to do that in the next segment coming up, the murder segment. Now, Joey, you got the horns tonight. What'd you decide?
As I was saying earlier, I chose a Chicago band. Originally, whenever Zev was supposed to be on this is one of his favorite bands, so I thought I was going to get him with this, but that's okay. He'll still listen to it and hear it, but I'm going to do the mighty Gorgasm.
Fuck yeah, dude. Definitely legends up there. Yeah. I don't know a lot about their history, so I'm anxious to hear about that. And then, Chris, you got a Lost Classic?
I got a Lost Classic. Yes, I do.
Very cool. And we'll talk about what we've been listening to. So much good metal coming out. It's crazy. And we'll do that in the metal segment coming up later. Of course, we got to throw down a killer cage match. That's where we get a list that we came up with of 100 killers, 100 objects for them to fight with, a variable in the cage, and a song cranking out as they kill each other. It's a blast. We have listeners providing the random numbers so we know who's fighting and what they're fighting with, Chris.
Yes, so tonight we have our homie Big Mike Collier. He's been on the podcast.
Talk about
with
bringing
us.
sexy back.
Yeah. We got 419 Queen fucking Peggy Sue.
Oh, yeah.
And we got fucking the homie Jason Lapari. So what is up, guys?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And tonight we got a good one in the cage tonight, Joey. This should be interesting. What's the matchup?
Oh, man. Let's see who we got here tonight. We got John Wayne Gacy, and that's Chicago, so we're keeping it a little bit in line. And Gacy's going to go up against the old fucking vocalist himself. He'll sing you a song with a shitty-ass guitar, Danny Rawling.
Hell yeah.
From down in Florida, the Gainesville Ripper.
The Gainesville Ripper, yeah, for sure. And I'm going to see my dentist on Thursday, and he was at school at Florida State when this happened, so he always brings it up when I see him. So, yeah, but they're going to have 2 objects, Chris, and that always makes it, interesting.
That variable, who knows what the fuck it is.
Exactly. And a song playing on that custom 666,000 watt Murder Metal Mayhem Stereo. It's a listener favorite for a reason, and we'll do it in the Mayhem segment. So you got to keep listening. Big thanks to everyone who listens. We keep seeing the big numbers coming in. It's very, very humbling.
You guys are the shit, isn't it?
5,100 plus another 42,000 views on YouTube. So holy shit. Keep on spreading that word to all the people you know. Chris, what about the top 10 cities listening to us?
As always, Chicago's number 1. Number 2 is fucking Mukalakale, Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
Number 3, we got Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. We got number 4 right there where Joey's at, Toledo, Ohio. What's up? Number 5 is Riverdale Park, Maryland.
Yeah, they were on last week too. Hell yeah.
Dope.
Thanks, guys.
Number 6, we got Denver, Colorado, out there clouded up with them
Smoking
weeds.
it.
Hell yeah. Number 7, we got Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Nice. Shane stomping grounds.
And we got fucking Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. And then number 9 is Bessemer, Alabama. And 10 is right here, right next door to us in Peoria, Illinois.
Hell yeah. Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. And then what about the countries, Joey? This is interesting. We got some people making some moves here.
So for our countries, the U.S. is at 76%, which that's
dropped.
low. Whenever we
Yeah.
drop under 80, it's always surprising. 76. So, okay. Australia's at 6%.
Yeah.
So they're down a little. So what do we got here? We got some bigger numbers. Indonesia with 5%.
Right.
Canada with 4%. Germany with 2%. And now our 1%ers, we have the UK, Sweden, Brazil, Israel, and Belgium.
Very cool.
Alrighty
Very
then.
cool. We appreciate all you guys that are listening, especially the people in Israel. Man, there's a fucking war going on over
Yeah,
there.
no shit.
So fuck.
Hey, we're in the middle of a fucking war. What do you want to do?
I'm listening
Let's
to
do
the
these-
killer cage match. Could you guys fucking
right?
turn the fucking machine gun fire down for a minute? So the YouTube stats in the last month, we had 214,000 total views, 45,200 watch hours, and we gained another 1,100 new subscribers. We
Thank you all very much for checking that shit out.
Yeah, we passed 8,000 subscribers last week. We also passed 1 million. I know the last podcast we did, we were right at 1 million's door. And the next day, we went over 1 million views total since we've had the channel, which is just absolutely unbelievable. So thanks to the Horns High Club, the membership on the channel, and of course our 666 Club, which is our Patreon here. You guys are all fantastic, and thank you for that support. We got our website, murdermetalmayhem.com. You can get some merch on there, so that's cool. And what do you think,
What do you
Chris?
got, Joey, dude? What you smoking on?
Tonight, I got some new shit. So I got, I'm smoking this Detroit Blueberry. Which I'm
Nice.
stoked on that. But I also got some infused pre-rolls, so I'm going to burn one of them down through the Mayhem segment. Probably this Runts one I got.
That's fucking what's up, dude.
You got a tasty beverage over there?
I do. I remember couple weeks ago or whatever, I brought in from Three Floyds. I had the Zombie Dust.
Yeah.
Tonight I got Zombie Ice from Three Floyds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. It's fucking like 8.5% alcohol. It's a double fucking pale ale. It's pretty fucking tasty though.
Hell yeah.
Check it out.
Well, it sounds like we're ready. We got a lot on our plate tonight, so we're going to take a trip west to Wichita, Kansas. Hopefully, avoid two brothers hell-bent on creating some fucking chaos and bloodshed, man.
Yeah, we definitely do not want to do what they did, but let's get our murder on.
Man, fucking
Yeah.
Cognitive. I just found out about these guys from Jersey, man, and that title track of the brand new album just came out, Abhorrence. I mean, holy shit. Very heavy, very diverse. A lot of different styles going on there,
Good
but
shit, man.
it's wicked. It's a good album. Check that out.
Got to see them a couple times live too. They played CDF.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, super tech death, super badass.
yeah, definitely very very tech death. But tonight we're doing an absolutely brutal case about the Wichita Massacre, an 8-day crime spree that involved murder, sexual assault, and more. Just complete depravity.
Fucking gross.
Yeah. Between December 8th and 15th in 2000, brothers Reginald and Jonathan Carr went on a rampage, leaving 5 dead, 2 more seriously wounded, and certainly fucked up for life.
Yeah.
This is a nasty one.
There is a fucking good thing that came out of it at the very end, though.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to dig into the details tonight. So, Chris, I mean, this was a pretty well-known case, but it's been over 20 years ago. I mean, do you think that a lot of people that listen to us are going to be familiar with this one?
It's possible. Like, I had heard of the fucking case. Like, I had, like, read, like, just small things about it. I was like, God damn, this is pretty fucking brutal. And then, like, started reading. I'm like, oh, these guys were just fucking just torn apart from fucking life and being good to just, it's awful, dude. Everything they did, dude.
It's really bad. Now, Joey, we've done cases like this before with the couple, killers or the duo that go on a spree. And the one that comes to mind is Charles Starkweather and Carol Ann Fugate in 58. We did that one, but usually these things end in death or suicide. So this one is a little different.
Yeah, it's that's usually the way out for most of the people that choose to go this route, but we're not talking about a normal case tonight. We're talking about some really twisted individuals that don't like to do things how normally they're done.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, they weren't reading like a manual, they were just like, fuck it,
On like, let's wing it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, bro, because they're brothers.
Exactly. Now, I knew about this case, but not the details. And once I watched a documentary about it, I was a bit shocked. I was not aware of some of the detail that went on in these 8 days of absolute hell, especially because you don't think this sort of thing happens in the heartland of the U.S., but we know BTK was doing his thing in Kansas, and the granddaddy of all true crime cases was, of course, In Cold Blood. That happened right there in Kansas as well. So, I mean, this shit happens, anywhere. And I know that, we all are very aware of old Uncle Eddie up there in Plainfield, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
Population of like 300 people or something like that. So
not huge at all.
I mean, this shit happens in the most crazy places, big cities, rural areas, and everywhere in between. But Chris, Reginald and Jonathan Carr, born in Dodge City, Kansas, man.
Yeah, that's not far from, well, it's not super far, about 150 miles or so.
Right.
And their upbringing wasn't great. Like, their dad and their mom both were pretty abusive. Dad fucking was a violent alcoholic and whatnot. But they also had a sister that got leukemia, and she died when she was like 3 years old, and it kind of fucked with Reginald a little bit for some reason. Well, not fucked with him. He's just like very unemotional about it.
Huh.
But fucking John, he was upset about it, cried a lot, whatever. But your upbringing doesn't have to make you a violent person. Lots of people in the fucking world, like the majority of people in the world with shitty upbringings, right, they don't go out murdering people and doing the torturous things these guys did. You can't really blame that. It's just your mindset, dude.
Yeah. It's interesting how one person, like you said, the majority of them go through something like this, which is terrible, but then come out on the other side, and then just certain percentage of them, man, whatever.
It's like, I don't want this to be my life, or if I have kids, I don't want that to be my kids' life. I'm going to fucking strive and go forward and fucking make life better for myself.
Right. But, our brains are fascinating. They studied Gacy's brain, and there's nothing different about it at all. It's so weird. But, Joey, we see this kind of thing all too often with killers that we talk about, these, childhood horror shows, but what do you think about, how much of a factor that was with these two?
I mean, it definitely seemed to pave the way that they were going to go throughout the remainder of their life. It was just kind of an escalating path for them.
Right. I mean, they were having sex at like ridiculously young ages.
Yeah, Reginald was like 6 years old having sex with his cousin and shit. Like,
really fucked up stuff. So I mean, this isn't getting your ass whipped.
No childhood.
Yeah, this isn't like getting your ass whipped now and then. This is some really deplorable types, activity going on. And 6-year-olds having sex. I mean, my God. I mean, what the hell? So it's just crazy.
Something else I was listening to, was it? I think it was this, like where the mom would like have the siblings hold one down while she was beating them and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? Could you imagine that? You're growing up and your mom's like, "Hey, go grab your brother, hold his ass down while I beat the shit out of him."
Exactly.
Real quick.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. So Reginald was 23 at the time of the crime spree. Jonathan was 20. So these are young men, fucked up lives that they led. So they were really much older in years than their ages, but, in others, they're just like little kids, because they were so young. So very strange, how this kind of thing happens, but I just think that, the fact that these kids had these long rap sheets, definitely, at such a young age. I mean, it just shows that they were kind of destined for some bad shit if they didn't turn it around. But I wonder what would have happened if one of these brothers, was not down for this whole thing. We learned about that whole folie à deux thing when we interviewed Harold Schechter, right?
Right, where they fucking
like feed off each other.
But like fucking John fucking basically idolized Reginald and shit.
Right.
So like even like when in the early time before this whole fucking massacre thing happened, all the times that Reginald would be in jail, John was like missing him so much. He just didn't do anything. He's just waiting for his brother to get out of jail. Like, where's he at? Where's he at? So he followed everything he did. Pretty much.
It's unfortunate, right? But, the cases that come up in mind with that folie à deux thing, Leopold and Loeb in Chicago, Henry Lee Lucas and Otis Toole, this kind of thing. And I definitely think, these two were locked at the hip, like you said, idolizing his big brother. And, this definitely would not have happened, in my opinion, if they were separated somehow, or at least not to this degree.
Maybe not both, but those kids, I think the Bevers, is that their name? Michael Bever, and they ended up killing their parents, and they were going to go on this huge fucking murder rampage.
Oh yeah,
they had it all set up, and I think they were in Oklahoma, but then they ended up they got screwed up, and
I know what you're talking
plans
about.
Didn't go but they did end up. I think they killed like two siblings.
Yeah, it was their parents and two other siblings, and they were only like in their teens and shit.
Yeah, but that's one of those cases like we were just talking about where if them two hadn't been together, they probably wouldn't have acted alone.
Right.
But because they were trying to either show each other
right.
out, one man
or
each
didn't
other,
want to puss out,
Right, exactly.
Right.
So it ended up doing it.
Well, that's kind of a thing too. Like fucking, I saw a couple things where like Reginald when they were young as shit, having the kids sex with the young kids when they were kids too. They didn't do any pedophilic shit. So
right.
But like Reginald would be trying to tell John like to have sex with this girl, and he wouldn't want to do it, and he'd fucking mock his manhood and shit, even when they were kids and shit. So like that could be a thing right there too. He's like, all right, fucking Reggie says I got to do this. I better fucking do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Chris, these two arrive in Wichita December 8th of 2000. So they got no good shit on their minds. That's
no,
for
they
sure.
just want to go out and fucking, they're just trying to make some fucking fast money. That's how it kind of began. They just trying to figure out a way to make some fast money. So they fucking got to take a pistol. Fucking Andrew Schreiber, he was leaving a gas station or a grocery store or something. I don't remember what it was. But one of them rolled up on him with a gun and fucking points it at him, makes him fucking move over, and then he goes and picks up Reginald. Yeah, it was John that did it, and then they go to pick up Reginald, and then they make Andrew fucking drive around to different ATMs all over the place to start withdrawing money to give it to him.
Right.
Like, hey, We're going here, and then they drive him out to this secluded fucking area. They kind of pistol whip him around a little bit, but they didn't kill him. They beat him pretty fucking good. They didn't kill him, but they fucking now mind you, this is December in Kansas. It's not fucking warm outside either.
Right.
They fucking drive him out to the fucking country, and what they ended up doing was shooting his fucking tires, so he had flat tires out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Like pulled a Starlight 2 or something.
Yeah, basically, kind of. And they just kind of fucking bounced without him and left him out there, and he eventually rode home, made a police report, but nothing came out of it yet.
Yeah. He's a baseball coach, little kid's baseball coach.
He's a fucking little league baseball coach.
23-year-old dude, that's like, bullshit. Bro. Bullshit. 3 days later, though, they shot 55-year-old Ann Walenta. She tried to escape by driving away, but then she ends up dying 3 weeks later in the hospital.
Right.
She was a cellist and a librarian. I mean, seriously, you kill or try to kill a little league coach, now a librarian.
A music player.
God damn,
but see, now, like, Andrew, like, he, like, complied to what they were doing, so I kind of feel like, okay, this dude did what we had to do, what we wanted. Fucking.
Right. Maybe she didn't.
No, she didn't, because she just like put her car in reverse and bailed.
That's
and
right.
just started
That's right.
popping shots at her.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, as a cellist, that's pretty close to a bass, and I feel personally offended by this, But Joey, the real brutal part of this crime spree starts 3 days later, on December 14th, dude. What ends up going down here, man?
Well, they're looking for a home to break into, and they don't have a specific one in mind. So they ended up breaking into this house on East Birchwood Drive in Wichita. And it was supposed to be like a robbery.
Oh.
That was like the whole idea.
Right.
I don't know. I can't see if they could have cased this place good enough or had the time to do so to even know if there would be the people inside, how many people would be inside, or whatever it was. But, man, they go in there and they turn this into a fucking horror show for these people. It's fucking absolutely terrible.
I saw that they were following this other lady, and it's a three-way fucking complex or whatever. It's like townhouse or whatever. It had 3 different units. They're following this one lady, and they turned around and came back, and they went to the wrong fucking door is what I saw. And they just kind of fucking winged it from there. They're just like, all right, we're here now, fuck it. I ain't saying that's what happened, but I saw that in a couple places. It's like
that does make sense how they ended up in the spot.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And I mean, if this was at the Nation, though, Chris, you guys would have been armed and ready.
Dude, they'd have been fucked up.
Yeah, definitely. And Joey in the 419, goes without saying, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So in the house, the brothers find Brad Heike, Heather Mueller, Aaron Sander, Jason Beffert, and his girlfriend, who is identified as Holly G. And Brad was. What's that?
That is weird that they never said her last name.
Yeah, I mean, she just didn't want her name in the media, I guess. Brad was a financial advisor. Heather was a preschool teacher. So here we go again with the wholesome fucking, occupations. Sander was studying to be a fucking priest, for God's sakes. And Jason and Holly were also school teachers. So seriously with these guys.
Like the most wholesome people in the fucking world.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn. I mean,
okay, but in Wichita, you can't base that on if they're wholesome.
Right.
Dennis Rader was a Boy Scout.
Right.
That's very true.
I know. That's why I was just going to say
that
that bad people could be in any occupation. We certainly know that priests had their fair share of that. But I'm just saying, like, of all the victims, I'm like, God damn, seriously with this dude.
Crazy.
So, anyone murdered is absolutely terrible. But this one just strikes me as strange because of all of that. Now, Chris, they start searching the house, doing the usual, right? Checking for valuables.
Looking for shit to fucking steal, because that's basically what their ultimate goal was, is like trying to fucking make some fast money however they could.
Some shit. Yeah.
And they're looking around for everything. And
this is fucked up.
This poor fucking girl had to find out, Holly had to find out that fucking Jason was going to propose to her on Christmas Day because they found this fucking engagement ring. And he literally looked at her and was like, yeah, that was supposed to be yours. That's like one of the fucking most bullshit things ever.
It's
dude.
horrible,
Like,
man. That's just absolutely fucking tragic. And then Joey, things get even more fucked up. They start getting pretty freaky here. What ends up happening, dude?
Yeah, shit's getting pretty porno grind in the house now.
Oh yeah, very porno grind.
They're just like, well, I guess we're gonna fucking go on full debauchery since we're in here just fucking being, Satan himself. And
Literally.
they make all 5 of the people. They make all 5 of them strip naked. They tie them all up,
Shove them in a closet.
put them in the closet, and they start telling the men to have sex with the women.
Right.
While the brothers watched, and then they also had the women do things to each other.
Right.
Right. And then when they were trying to make Jason and Holly do things together, this Reginald was like, "Oh wait, no, that's his girlfriend. Don't let him do that." Like, was not even allowing him. Like everybody
God.
else can touch your woman except you. That's kind of fucked up right there, dude.
That's horrible,
Like,
man.
Holy shit.
That is.
It's kind of like, maybe not everybody, but it's almost like some of the cult shit we talked about where, oh yeah, he's going to sleep with your wife now and that's going to be his and you can't touch her.
Right.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, or like the go make me some fucking beans and toast kind
Beans
of shit.
and toast.
So the brothers then proceeded to sexually assault Holly repeatedly for hours.
And Heather, they both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like, when
can't
they're-
imagine what a horror show this had to be like for these two.
And these
And
other
for
people are
Jason,
just-
I mean, just absolutely the worst.
Right,
dude.
like I was going to say, everybody else is just out in this, sitting in this closet. They can hear fucking everything going on
Yeah,
outside of this
that's
fucking
unbelievable.
closet. Like, it's awful, dude.
Yeah. And then they take the 5 victims in Jason's truck and they go through the same routine with the ATMs, multiple ATMs, draining the bank accounts
You know
and
what
all
pissed
that.
me off the most?
What's that?
A few things I was listening to. How many people fucking say ATM machine? I hate that shit. Don't you understand that the M in ATM stands for machine?
Right. Well, it's just like MSDS sheets. That's what everybody used to say. It's like it's the same thing. So, Chris, I mean, these brothers take them to a closed soccer field.
Yeah, it's a
And what do
soccer
they end
field
up
that's
doing?
under construction and shit. Like, this is after that. And mind you, when they're taking these victims out to these ATMs, like individually, fucking, and there's not letting them get dressed or whatever. Like the women, like Holly, she put a sweater on, so she was covered at the top. No fucking nothing on at the bottom. It's just fucking snow. It's like 17 fucking degrees.
Wow.
Like, whatever. And then, so that now they take them all out. They try to fucking force everybody into the trunk of this fucking Honda Civic. Obviously, they're not all going to fit in the trunk of this little bitty Honda Civic. So the 3 dudes are end up in the back of that fucking car. And in the trunk of the car, naked, fucking cold. Talk about naked and afraid.
Right?
No shit.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
But, so they take that and they take Jason's truck. They take both vehicles out to this soccer field. And they basically tell him to get out of the fucking car and kneel down, and they get execution style murdered, like shot to the back of the head, fucking done. Now, mind you, this is after Holly had been fucking, when they went to the ATM, like, just promise me you're not going to kill us. Promise me. He's like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you. Well, guess what? He lied.
Right.
So that everybody gets popped in the head. Well, now when Holly gets shot,
This is unbelievable, man.
she didn't fall down right away. She's still up. Like, everything went like starry and everything. Ended up kicking her down to the ground. Well, she had this fucking metal barrette in her fucking hair that. I don't know how the fuck a barrette in your hair does, but it deflected the bullet.
Wow.
So it didn't like penetrate her skull. She had gun wound for real, but it didn't kill her, obviously.
I read that it was a plastic one, but either way, it's still unbelievable.
Either
Wow.
way, it's just a fucking barrette, dude. Like, how that's fucking insane, dude.
So lucky,
And, like,
man. Jesus.
So not only that, though, so after she hits the ground, she's down, and she's, mind you, all she's got on is this sweater on the top part of her body in this snow and shit. She just lays there and fucking pretends to be dead. Now these motherfuckers get in this fucking car, or the truck or whatever, and they fucking not only just leave, but they run over the bodies as they're leaving, including Holly, like fucking run her over. And that is just like,
that's
gotta make sure they're dead. And the fact that this woman fucking lived through all this shit, dude, like, is so insane.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And saved by a barrette in your hair. That's just unbelievable. But yeah, these two pieces of shit are just the worst. I mean, it's so senseless. I mean, how much could they have possibly gotten to make something like this even remotely worth it? I mean, it's just fucked up. But it's amazing that Holly did survive the ordeal. I mean, but holy crap, the amount of therapy that poor woman must still to this day probably has to endure. But now she's naked, basically, with a sweater on.
No,
so
she
she's
didn't
got
even have a sweater on, because when she got up, she took the only piece of clothing she had in this cold weather. She got up and she wrapped it around Jason's head, trying to save him, because she was hoping he'd still be alive. Fucking. So now she's completely naked.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
wow. And she walks for at least a mile in the freezing cold to get some help.
She saw a house. Mind you, it's December. She saw a house with Christmas lights. It's like.
Right. She went there, and thankfully they helped her, and probably scared shitless that these brothers were going to come back for her.
I saw a few places that every time she saw headlights, she just jump in the fucking ditch and
I'm
snow
sure.
and fucking just like, all right, whatever. I'm already freezing to death. Fucking
yeah. Oh my God.
That would be some shit. It's like you fucking survived this crazy ass ordeal at the house, getting taken out, fucking shot, ran over, and finally, like, you hear them drive off, and you're like, okay, now I'm not going to freeze to death. I'm going to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have so much persistence to make sure that you fucking make it out of that situation.
For
it
real.
would have been so easy to just give up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just fuck that. I can't do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the sheer perseverance of Holly is just unfucking believable. But
the sound of perseverance.
Yeah, there you go. So Joey, she manages to talk to the cops. So what? Does she give him a good description?
Yeah, I mean, she saw them. She was a perfect eyewitness. The fact they didn't triple tap to make sure she died, they fucked up. Because she was able to give great descriptions to the cops, both brothers, and. I mean, I don't know if maybe by that point they kind of knew the path that these fuckers were headed anyway, or at least somebody did down the line.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure once she fucking started describing them, they're like, oh, we know who we got. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a sad fucking story here. But so anyway, these fucking pieces of shit.
Also, dude, when she got to that house, she's beating on the door, and the people that live there are going to call 911, and she's like, "No, wait, I want to tell you what happened to us, because I feel like I'm gonna die. I want you to be able to have a description of everything." And she made them wait to call 911 until she was done telling them what happened in case she died. Fucking.
Oh my God!
And then they finally called 911.
Wow. So these two,
I would have told one of them while the other called.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Fuck
Exactly.
That. I want the 911.
Yeah, right. Because maybe they could have saved somebody. But these two brothers, these pieces of shit, they go back to the house to take more shit. I mean, seriously. While they're there, they used a set of golf clubs to beat Holly's dog, Nikki, to death. I mean, seriously, what the fuck with these two depraved son of a bitches? I mean, I know they had horrific childhoods, but my God, this is just unbelievable. But Chris, it doesn't take the cops long to find these two fucking fools.
Oh, no, because fucking, like you said, they went back to the fucking house, driving Jason's truck, one of the victims. They go back there and they're stealing shit, including a big screen TV. And so, like, whenever this comes across on the news or whatever, that they're looking for this truck and whatever, one of the neighbors is like, oh, that sounds exactly like the truck I just saw. What the fuck is going on? So he calls the cops, and sure enough, fucking cops fucking come, and there's Reginald right there. Fucking, he fucking trying to run. His girlfriend answered the door, I believe, if I remember right, but he's trying to run. The guy was like, oh, no, we got you.
Right.
But not only that, fucking, the original shooting victim, not Andrew, but
Ann Walenta.
yeah, Ann. She, before she died, succumbed to her wounds from being shot. They gave her a fucking picture lineup, and she pointed them out like, these are the motherfuckers that did this to me.
Yeah. And that first robbery victim, too.
Yeah, the Andrew fucking, he was pointed them out. Like, when he saw it on the news, he called the cops. And now, mind you, they caught these motherfuckers within 12 hours of Holly fucking talking. Like,
that's amazing.
This happened fast as fuck.
Yeah.
So
I know we give the cops a bunch of shit when they do dumb stuff, but this seemed like pretty good fucking police work to nab them up quick.
On it, dude.
Yeah, that's good. But the trial, Holly's testimony would definitely do them in.
Yes.
It was amazing that she was able to get up there and do that. So the trial's not going very well for old Reginald and Jonathan Carr. These two are found guilty on nearly all of the 113 counts against them for kidnapping, robbery, rape, 1 count of first-degree murder.
And they got animal cruelty.
That's right. That's right. And 4 counts of capital murder. So they're sentenced to death for the capital murders and life for the first-degree murder. So these two aren't going anywhere. But, of course, the appeals start. It's automatic in a death penalty case. In 2004, the state of Kansas overturned the death penalty, but the state attorney general appealed it to the Supreme Court and won. So the Carr brothers had their little brief hiatus from the death sentence, but then boom,
guess what?
Back in the noose again. And I hope that gave them some bad fucking dreams and worrying about their date with the executioner there.
I thought it was funny that, like, they wanted to try them separate so they could kind of, like, pin each other, so their lawyers could, like, pin the other and the other.
Right.
But they're like, no, we're just going to try them together.
Yep. Just fuck these two. But yeah, Joey, it came to light that there were some technical legal issues with the lower courts, dude. What ends up happening, man?
Well, then they fucking the death penalties are then fucking commuted to life, so they're fucking going back in court or back and forth. I can't remember exactly what the issue was with the courts where they told them there was something that went on in the case.
It was like the judge's instructions for one. There was one issue with the way the judge instructed the jury. It was like stuff like that.
But it wasn't enough to warrant a new trial, but it was enough to alter the
judgment,
the sentence.
Yeah, the sentencing.
The judgment. So anyway, so then they get it commuted to life. I mean, this shit's just ping pong for them. They don't know if they're gonna fucking die, fucking get out.
Doesn't matter. They're not getting out of prison anyway.
No. But I mean, it goes to show that out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking technical loopholes or whatever could occur, and that's what scares some public about people that can get out.
Right.
That would be harsher on somebody than maybe giving them a rehabilitation sentence or something like that.
Yeah, and that's why, we joke around sometimes where they have like 400 and something years in prison.
Right.
That's because if some technicality pops up like this for one of the counts, it's like, whatever. They ain't going anywhere. We got 600 and something years to go. So that's why they do that, of course. But even without that, they have to do at least 70 years until they're eligible for parole. So they would be in their late 90s. They ain't going anywhere.
No, they're there forever.
But there was a bit of...
eventually we're going to end up doing a case of some motherfucker that gets out of prison in their late 90s or early 90s or whatever, and goes out and kills a motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're like, God damn it, I guess fucking...
Fuck.
You got to leave him.
He stayed fit in the joint. He came out all tough at 90,
You said a rampage. You said a rampage at 90. You know what popped into my head?
What's that?
A grampage. Like Grandpa Rampage. It's a grampage.
That's great. So... There was a bit of controversy on the media coverage of the crimes, of course. Many people felt that they should be considered hate crimes since all the victims were white and the killers were black. They also feel that the media downplayed the crimes out of political correctness. So, I mean, I could see, these arguments, popping up.
I don't think it was a hate crime. I think they just were going after rich white people. Just they were white, but they knew they had money because they
Right.
had fucking nice cars, nice houses, and these guys are just looking for money. That's all they wanted.
Right.
And they
But I
knew-
think people were saying, well, if it was the other way around, you'd be going for that.
yeah,
So, I hear
get
that argument.
Yeah,
I hear
get
it.
that, yeah.
But, it's the fucking third rail, so I'm not going to touch it. But on the flip side, there was a case only a few days before involving a black man who killed 4 black victims, and some say it didn't get nearly the attention that the Carr brothers did because the victims were white.
Right.
So, both cases very different, but this in our climate today, this stuff comes up all the time. So, but Joey, any metal bands that you know of that wrote any songs about these fools?
No, I haven't seen any songs circulating about these guys.
I didn't either. So, but there was a scholarship in the name of Ann Walenta. She was the one that was the librarian at Wichita State University, and there was an annual award given in the name of Heather Muller, who was the preschool teacher there. Such a sad case, it's just totally fucking pointless. But damn. Anything to add to this one, guys? The Wichita Massacre, also known as the Wichita Horror. I saw that too.
I saw in multiple places that during the trial and whatnot, Holly and Andrew, they formed a tight bond during the trial and everything, and then they dated for a couple of years, and they ended up getting married.
Oh, wow.
Like the first kidnapping victim,
Right.
and the survivor.
Interesting.
Like they ended up getting married and shit.
Interesting.
So, like I said,
That's-
like all out of all this fucking horror,
At
all this
least that,
bullshit,
yeah.
these two came together and they took
survived.
this trauma and they've helped worked with each other and
Yeah, that's cool.
that-
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I did my go ahead, Joey.
No, go ahead. I got something to say after this. But
I was just going to say I did my research watching a couple good documentaries. One was Monsters, which they have some good ones, and the other was Killer Psyche, which was a really good podcast that got into the Carr brothers' horrible childhoods. I watched some of it, but I wasn't able to watch the whole thing. I wished I could have because it was some good information, but sad, really fucked up childhoods like we were talking about. But, thanks to Zev for suggesting this one. Too bad it didn't work out that he could be on, but we'll get him on again. So thanks, Zev.
oh yeah.
And
What were you gonna
next
say,
week,
Joey?
guys, what's that?
were you gonna say something, Joe?
Yeah, Joey, do you have something to say?
I was just gonna bring up a piece of true crime fucking. Actually, our buddy Morgue Mike, he fucking hit me up with this link for this. I didn't know if you guys saw this, but Robert Picton up in Canada.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he got speared in the head with a broom-like handle, and he ended up on life support. I think he's on life support right
I
now.
did see
I
that.
did not see
I
that.
forgot about that.
This dude fucking who had assaulted fucking prisoners before, and they fucking put him in solitary. He just got out, and I don't think he was out that fucking long. He got put on the same deck as Picton, and ended up fucking shanking that motherfucker. But
Wow.
pretty sure he's on life
No
support
fucking
right now,
shit.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to Morgue Mike.
Yeah.
For telling, that's where I heard it.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck.
Nice. Yeah, that's freaking crazy. Yeah, that guy's
He's like, man, you stink bad.
Exactly.
Fucking stab you with a broom.
We did that case, but that one's been a long time ago.
Oh, that's been a minute.
But so next week, though, we got another wicked one. Harvard morgue scandal. This is this is another fucked up case. But we're talking about Morgue Mike. We're gonna have him on next week, and it's about this director of the morgue at the Harvard Medical School of all places.
Harvard.
Yeah, Harvard. Who got busted last year for selling body parts, like 400 people worth of body parts, on the black market. There were some really weird people that he was doing business with. One of them, when they raided his house, he had 5-gallon buckets full of kidneys, livers, and unborn fetuses.
That's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Very. So it's going to be a wild one next week. So I'm sure that having Mike on, the fact that he's been working in a morgue for 20 years is going to be interesting.
Very good insight on the morgue shit. Like,
yeah, I interviewed him on the YouTube channel, and it was a lot of fun. But he's going to be he'll be a great guest. So we'll do that next week. You definitely don't want to miss that shit. But Joey, how about some page a day for us, man? What you got?
And something classic about Morgue Mike is I've been friends with that dude for fucking ever. Online just because of Goremonger. Like he's one of my biggest fans probably, and fucking we just corresponded forever.
Right.
And then he fell off of social media for personal and fucking employment reasons, and totally understand.
Right.
Probably way better for it anyway, but so anyway, so I didn't hear from him so much and all the drama and shit, but whenever I fucking was on tour with the Borning, we were supposed to play in New Jersey, and I was going to meet Mike there for the first time, and then our fucking van broke down in fucking Michigan.
Oh.
So then we came back to Illinois and fucking didn't finish it off, so I never met him there. And then, so after all these years, probably over 10 fucking years, this will be the first time that I've ever seen him through the Zoom. But
that's wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. We have to hide his identity, so we'll have to put put an avatar or something over him. But he won't get the cool Yosemite Sam like Tex gets. But I got a couple good options for him here, so it'll be good. But what about page a day, man?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. 3 short ones, but they're pretty good. So the first one, early 1989, the staff at Andrea Bowman's high school, they involved the police when they noticed that the 14-year-old was afraid of going home. Now, Andrea told the police that her father, Dennis Bowman, had been molesting her, and when the police confronted him and his wife, Brenda, with the allegations, they both denied it. They said that Andrea had been going through a rebellious period after she learned that she had been adopted by the Bowmans when she was an infant. Now, a few months later, on March 11th, 1989, Andrea Bowman goes missing from her parents' Hamilton, Michigan property under suspicious circumstances. Now, she was one of the girls that was featured in Soul Asylum's Runaway Train video.
Right.
I talked about that on page last time. But she was one of the girls that was in there. So, just missing. Never found. That's 89. November 2019, Andrea's father, Dennis Bowman, he's arrested for the 1980 murder of Kathleen Doyle. Whenever he gets arrested for that, he then confesses to murdering Andrea in 1989 and burying her body on the family's property shortly before moving. Days after the confession, her remains were found on the property, 31 years after she disappeared. And then June 2020, Dennis Bowman pleaded guilty to the murders of Doyle and Andrea. He received 2 life sentences for Doyle's murder and 35 to 50 for Andrea's.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Man.
That is.
The fact that it matched up the whole Soul Asylum Runaway Train thing like 2 weeks in a row.
That's unbelievable,
that's fucking,
yeah.
I probably should have read that one with it, but
whatever.
I didn't read forward, so I didn't know shit. But anyway, that's good for our listeners that listen.
Right.
Faithfully. All right, so this one, I don't even know what to say. Every now and then, Page a Day comes up with, Feather Thief. We did a whole episode.
Right.
On that.
Yes, we did.
Classic.
This one here isn't a whole episode, but this is one funny shit to me. I don't know. 2012, the Farm Bureau Financial Service in Des Moines, Iowa, they set up surveillance cameras in their offices because the women who worked there were complaining that there were suspicious stains appearing on their chairs.
Oh, no.
So they get the footage back, and it reveals that one of the company's IT employees, one Raymond Charles Foley, he had been urinating on 4 women's chairs after hours over the course of 5 months.
Oh, my God.
They also suspected him of using the employee database to pick the victims and their chairs.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
He turned himself into the police and was charged with second-degree criminal mischief, damage to the chairs, and the damage to the chairs was estimated at $4,000.
Holy fucking
fuck.
shit!
Wow. Damn.
And dude's just pissing on. He's like, "Fuck these bitches." Pissing on
I was thinking he was jacking off.
That's what
on
I
him,
was gonna
so
say
that-
too.
Yeah, I mean, probably too. You know?
never
Very
know.
possible. Very possible.
That part got he was able to plea bargain that one out, so it didn't seem so bad. Anyway, fucking the last one from Page Day, and this is just a really quick joke. It says, an investigator, a judge, and a reporter walk into a bar. They're all promoting their latest true crime books. And that was a quote from Keith Royson. But dude,
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty rich,
That
though.
is rich. That's great. Very good. Well, Page a Day never disappoints. That's funny though. With yeah, that's some good shit there.
serial pisser.
Right. Yeah, that might be a good bonus
Serial
episode.
pisser.
That might be a good bonus episode one day.
That would be.
Just
yeah,
find different,
that would
even if
be.
it's just a bunch of different stories about shit like that.
People that do in
Like,
an
that'd be cool.
office,
Yeah.
office type shit. Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
We're gonna end up on some fucked up fetish.
Probably,
Right, no
probably.
shit.
So, all right. Well, we have done our fair share of murdering tonight. I think it's time to crank up that metal. So, Joey, what the hell do we need to do?
Let's go fucking talk about Gorgasm.
Just because CK has passed on, he's not done educating the masses. CK will forever be the great metal motherfucker. We're here to stomp poser ass and eradicate the planet of their kind. CK has passed the torch to us, and we will forge the fuck on. In CK's name, we will bestow metal knowledge upon all of you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're eating Pop-Tarts. That means we're in metal. Always giving it up for CK, the great metal motherfucker. And we have CCK here in the studio keeping guard over us, keeping those poser guys away. And here we are in the metal segment,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
And with CK gone, we take turns. We pass the horns. And Joey, you got the horns this week, so you get to pick the segment or what we're doing in metal. And what did you decide on?
I am going to Chicago, and I'm going to do the band Gorgasm.
Fuck yeah,
That's
dude.
right. What's up?
So fuck yeah, man! I'm gonna get into it. Originally, our homie Zev was gonna try to be on with us. It didn't work out, but it's one of, if not his favorite band. So, kind of was my choice for why. I couldn't believe whenever I was like, have I not done this band
I
yet? 'Cause
thought
feel
you
like
did.
I've done-
I thought you did,
And-
but you didn't.
Okay, and I haven't. All right,
No, I don't
And-
think so.
Right, and if I have, and I did it way back or some other thing, and one of our listeners remembers, that's cool too. So I'm going to do it again. But I don't know. I don't think I have.
I don't
But
think you
anyway.
have either.
Yeah, I didn't have any songs by them because that's how I would have known.
Oh yeah, good
I didn't
call.
have any
Okay,
songs in my file.
so let me get to it then. Gorgasm, formed in Chicago, 1994. Now they've had quite a few different lineup changes, but the main guy, guitarist, also did frontman vocal, is Damian Lesky. He's been with the band from its inception to the present. So Damian is basically Gorgasm in my mind.
Right.
So 1996, they released their first demo. It was self-titled. In 1998, they released an EP called Stab Wound Intercourse, which was 6 songs, and it was just some of the heaviest fucking shit to ever come out. Blew the underground away. Fucking huge. Actually, Stab Wound Intercourse is the song that I sent for the bumper music. for
Yeah.
this. So you guys will hear a piece of that, the title track of that. 2001 was their first full length, which was Bleeding Profusely, which was released on Extremities Productions. Super badass album. Just straight fucking brutal death metal.
Nice.
No bullshit. Heavy as balls. Like, kind of in, I guess if people are trying to compare, maybe in the vein of like Broken Hope or that
Heavy
kind of
ass
music.
shit. Yeah.
Which, of course, Broken Hope from Chicago, too, so that makes
There's
sense.
that, yeah.
So 2003, they came out with their second full length, Masticate to Dominate, which was released on Unique Leader Records. Third full length was 2011, Orgy of Murder. This one came out on Brutal Bands. Now, this was the first album to have Anthony Voigt playing bass, and he was doing some vocals, and then Kyle Christman on drums, who both of them play in Sarcophagy.
Yeah, Sarcophagy, yeah.
Both really good dudes. So then they were in Gorgasm, which just added a huge element in my mind. 2014, their fourth full length, fucking huge, Destined to Violate. This one was released on New Standard Elite. Just so fucking heavy, like definitely top quality death metal. If that's your thing, fucking just brutal gutturals, disgusting guitar work, heavy bass riffs, just really, really good. That was the last full length they put out, but last month on Brutal Mind they released a EP called Sadicist, and that came out. I think there were 3 songs on that one, just fucking ridiculously badass. So probably just a prelude to a new full length.
Something coming out soon, yeah.
But Gorgasm. I mean, they fucking play live. You can catch them. They don't play like a lot, but they play fests and things like that. So it is possible to check them out. But you know, if you're just looking for some really heavy, fucking fast-paced balls shit, go check out Gorgasm from Chicago. Badass fucking band. We'll play some bumper music. Check it out.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Shit,
Hell yeah.
bro. Shit, yeah.
Hell yeah. And then, Chris, how about the Lost Classic for us tonight? What you got?
Oh, I have for fucking 1993 fucking Independent from Sacred Reich.
Okay.
Fucking,
Nice.
Just, it was different than what their previous albums before was, but it was still really fucking good. And this is the second Sacred Reich I've done as a fucking goddamn, because I did Surf Nicaragua before.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah, 1993, fucking Sacred Reich, Independent, go check it out. It's really good shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And I got the horns next week, and I'm doing Gate Creeper, man. Arizona death metal. They just had a new album drop on Friday. Holy shit, it's good. I really dig those guys. So that's who I'm doing next week.
Hell yeah.
And what have we been listening to lately, Chris? Anything you wanted to mention? Britney Spears?
Pretty sure it was Josh at work fucking showed me this band called 9 Dead, like the number 9 Dead.
Okay.
Fucking heavy ass shit, fucking pretty good shit. I checked it out. It's something new that I haven't listened to a lot of them, but I dig it. But yeah, 9 Dead. That's some Faith No More I've been listening to. Now, this is one that's going to be controversial with some people, but I don't give a shit. So the homie Greg, fucking Bonesaw, he's been posting a couple videos. So Skid Row is out touring, but they have Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm doing vocals.
Right.
I have checked out some of these videos, and she is fucking murdering these fucking songs, like in a good way, like just killing it,
Wow.
dude. Like,
Okay.
So if you, I know it's old school 80s metal, but I dig Skid Row, and I just want to check it out. And fucking Greg posted him. He was about it, so I checked it out.
Huh.
Dude, she
I did
like,
see she was singing with them, but
yeah, but
that's cool.
like there's these live videos. It's like, holy fucking shit, you were just killing these
Is
fucking
she
songs.
permanently in the band or just like
I don't know if it's just a tour thing or what, but like.
Interesting.
Like I said, it might be something controversial to people, but I don't give a shit. I dig it. That's what I've been listening to here and there. So,
All
like,
right.
fuck yeah.
Okay. Joey, how about you, man?
I was jamming some noise shit. Fucking bunch of noise bands. I don't know. I was going through a little fucking phase there. I was listening to fucking Dissected, not Dissection, from here in Ohio. Fucking jamming their fucking new shit. I was trying to remember. There was some other shit I was fucking listening to. Man, I'm a fucking idiot.
Hey, you see me every week on metal. I'm just like, whatever, dude.
I every now and then I'll write them down. You know.
Yeah,
This
if I
time
didn't
was
write them
like-
down, I'd forget mine too. But I've been jamming that 200 Stab Wounds, that new single The album drops at the end of June. I can't wait. But the last one, Slave to the Scalpel, god damn, beginning to end, that thing just absolutely fucking kills. I love those guys. Gate Creeper, I mentioned them. Dark Superstition is the new album. Very interesting. It's heavy. There's melodic music in parts. The guitar player is unbelievably good, but the vocals are death metal. So they call it melodic death metal, but it's not like the sing-songy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unbelievably good. These guys are like a notch above the last album. They're on Metal Blade, so this is like their debut on Metal Blade. So very impressive with those guys. And then we played a cut from Cognitive. Abhorrence is the new album. Now, there are a couple of songs, I think there's 3, where he does some clean vocal, but it's not really clean. It's very distant, and it's basically the same as a guitar melody would be, but it's dirty, but it's not death metal. So it's a little different. I would definitely, if it was my call, I would say take that out. But I know that, that's just their style. But my God, those guys bring it. I mean, wow, that's impressive talent and songwriting. Like, yeah, it's killer. And then the propane, the propane, I've been calling it new because it's new to the streaming world, the self-titled from the 90s. Can't stop jamming that one because it's finally available to stream. So
yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, that one and Contents Under Pressure, so good. But
okay, and now I was just gonna say. Now I remember what I was listening to. I was listening to Mr. Bungle, California, but also I was listening to Cenotaph because I went and saw them dudes live in Fort Wayne the other night.
Oh wow!
From Turkey, and those dudes are so fucking heavy, but. They're playing Milwaukee, or they played Milwaukee Metal Fest, so that's where they were headed to. So they were doing a little tour. So the only thing that kind of sucked is that I saw them on a fucking Friday, Friday. Yeah, I think it was a Friday, and then fucking so many people are already at Milwaukee Metal Fest, and also the same weekend Arkansas Death Fest was going on.
The same.
So a bunch of the Indiana homies were down there playing it too.
And Maryland's coming up next week or this week.
Yeah, but it was there wasn't probably 30 people in the whole fucking venue for the Cenotaph show, so that kind of sucked. But it was, that's what happens whenever.
Yeah.
That's why they were out.
Did they still bring it though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
was fucking
that's what
awesome.
counts.
And they were going to Milwaukee Metal Fest anyway, like that. So
exactly.
Yeah,
you're gonna jam
that.
that.
Exactly. All right. So the Throwing the Horns podcast doing well. We recorded the 5th episode last week. It came out yesterday. 30 minutes, new metal news, new releases, upcoming releases, shit like that. Shane and I doing those, been a lot of fun. And so go check that out. I'll link to that in the description. And then, Joey, what's the latest with your distro and Goremonger?
I see you posted a new one.
Yeah, oh yeah. Got some new shit in the distro, Goratorium out of LA, his new EP, and I don't remember some other shit. But fucking hit me up if you want anything. And as far as Goremonger, like, I've been trying to fucking get this album all done, but I ain't gonna lie, like my motivation to do anything with it has just been fucking null and void for a while.
Right. Hey, everybody gets that way, dude.
Yeah, it happens.
So it's kind of it was sitting in limbo, but like I've been more about it now recently, and like tomorrow I got a day off work. I've been basically working since I came back off the cruise.
I'm sure. I have no doubt about that.
That happens too, but tomorrow I have a day off and I don't have anything slated, and I'm gonna fucking just like from the time I get up, just fucking bust open the studio and just fucking go to work, and I should be able to knock out a good chunk of it. So hopefully, if anybody's interested, some new Goremonger will be here. This is my 20th year, so I'm trying to
that's
release
amazing.
I
was always bummed Low 12 stopped at 18. I would have liked to have done 20. I was like,
hey, you got to be an adult though.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But the 666 Club, that's our Patreon. We appreciate all you guys that are members. And if you're not, $3 a month is all it is. I'll link to that in the description. But I think we have done plenty of metal tonight. So, Chris, what the fuck do we need to do?
Let's get a mayhem on!
Looking for a new career? Have you ever dreamed of hitting the open road and making a living driving a truck? Well, here at the Jesperson Truck Driving School, we can make that dream a reality in 6 weeks of training.
I went to the Jesperson School and I learned all kinds of things about lot lizards and how to tie up prostitutes and take them on the road with me.
That's because women love a man who can drive a big rig.
I took the advanced course. I learned how to tie a woman under my truck, and fuck, I ground her face and fingerprints off. I wasn't sure if I could do it, but the trainers at Jesperson made that shit simple as fuck.
Call us now, 1-800-KILL-THAT-SLUT, and ask about our Happy Face special going on this month. That includes your tuition, a coupon for an hour with a prostitute, a directory of lot lizards around the U.S., and a pair of handcuffs.
Thanks, Jesperson Truck Driving School.
Oh, wow. Fucking Jesperson Truck Driving School. That's some good shit right there. And before that, some Gorgasm, man. Joey, that was badass. What was that song?
Oh, yeah. That was... What the fuck song? Stab Wound Intercourse.
That's right. Yeah, that was freaking brutal. But good segment on them. Definitely learned something, and gonna go check more of that out. I definitely was digging that. All right, so we are in Mayhem, and that means, you know, we tell some tales, and Joey said he had a little something for us. So what did you have for us tonight, Joey?
Joey probably got something good. I just want to say something that made me mad.
Okay.
Yeah, no, say it. Tell us.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
dude.
fucking on the way to work this morning. I stopped at the gas station to get cigarettes, right? I'm like, okay, there's nobody in there except for one other dude standing on the counter. I'm like, cool, this is going to be quick.
Lottery ticket.
No, dude.
I hate the lottery ticket.
I fucking hate the lottery tickets too. But no. So one dude standing there at the counter. There's nobody behind the counter. I'm standing there for like fucking. I know it doesn't seem like long, but when you're on your way to work, you're on your way to work.
Right.
And like a minute's a long fucking time.
Right.
Fucking, I'm standing there like, all right. So finally, fucking the worker comes out, and then dude's like taking forever to pick out what kind of fucking blunts he wants.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
God.
oh my fucking god,
What are you
dude,
buying
are
a
you
fucking house
for
up
real?
there? You know.
I'm like, are you fucking for real, dude?
Yeah.
So then he finally picks out which blunts he wants, and they're like $6 in change. I don't know how much it is. So he reaches in his pocket, pulls out a handful of motherfucking change, dude.
Oh no.
I'm just like, which don't get me wrong. I paid with change, people.
Sure.
It's currency. I get it, but it's like, man, you understand what time in the morning it is, and there are people that need to actually get somewhere, bro.
Wow.
And so, like, he's standing there, he's counting out all this change. It wasn't fucking enough. So then he has a fucking dig in his fucking wallet, and he's searching around for a fucking card to fucking pay for like $1.20 worth of blunts. I'm like, I fucking hate this guy so much right now, dude. Like, I need to get to work. I just needed a pack of smokes. I was like, all right, this is gonna be fast, good to go. Nope.
No, I'm that way in the drive-thru. I always get behind somebody in the drive-thru that it's like they found out that morning that there was such a thing as a drive-through,
Right.
and they wanted to go find one because I've never seen something like this before. It's magic. It lights. It's like, seriously.
Right, yeah. It's like you've
asking
been here
like all
before,
these
you know what you
detailed
want.
questions about what does a meal include.
You're in McDonald's drive-thru.
It's
You know what's
fries
going
and a
on.
drink, and it's like, well, what does the number 4 meal include? Fries and a drink, and I'm just like, oh my god, you're gonna run through them all. Holy shit. So Joey, what do you got for us?
Mine is actually, I'm just trying to give a shout out because one of our listeners and a huge supporter of the Chicago metal scene and a buddy of mine, Mark Davis from up in Chicago, he passed away the other day.
Oh, shit.
I saw you posted something about that, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, Mark, like, to anybody that, like, knew him, like, if anybody listening or goes to Chicago shows and hung out with this dude, I mean, he was just, the funniest, just coolest dude to be around. Like, all he wanted to do all the time was have a good time and smile and laugh and shit, and he was about that, and he was wanting everybody else to have a good time with him, and he was just always so fucked up. Like, this motherfucker got fucking turned up all the time. And he was just really fucking awesome. He was at all the fucking shows. He was always fucking supporting. He fucking, I don't know, just some crazy shit, man. He did some crazy shit. He was a real one. And that motherfucker passed away. I don't exactly know what happened, but I saw his sister made a post and said that he passed peacefully.
That's good.
So I like to hear that,
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
How
something
old
terrible.
was he, dude?
I'm not sure. I think he was around my age, maybe like late 30s. I
Right,
don't
right.
know. To be honest, I'm not sure. But what's crazy, and this dude, like I said, he get all fucked up, but this dude was one of them dudes that fucking would like message me paragraphs of shit and send me pictures of shit and all kinds of shit. Like, if he got on a fucking, if he started going on a spree about like horror movies, all of a sudden he's sending me fucking 20 pictures of like memorabilia. All this. And I can't keep up with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way, he's going hard, and I'm just like over here fucking being. But anyway, but that was just him, you know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
It's going to be crazy not fucking getting that from him now, all the time. And it was crazy because I think I was at work, and I got a Facebook call from him on my messenger, but I missed one. And because I was at work, so I wasn't checking my phone or whatever. And then I saw a missed call from Mark, and I was like, oh shit, and just fucking whatever. I was leaving work. And then I fucking opened up Facebook and saw the post about him passing and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I literally just had a call from this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that I was like, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. But then I heard that it was like peacefully. So I like to hear that. The dude was fucking hilarious. He went to jail a while back, and he took his mugshot was with the Goremonger shirt. Like, I posted that picture.
That's
So,
fucking perfect.
yeah, so I'm gonna make stickers out of that
Oh,
first.
that's great, dude.
And then if the graphic comes out okay, I'm gonna try to have our homies at Murder Machine Clothing
that'd be great.
do up some T-shirts.
I would
of
fucking
it. But
totally
anyway,
wear it.
yeah, shout out to the homie Mark.
Yeah.
That motherfucker supported Goremonger. He supported everything I did. He loved our podcast. He always talked to me about the podcast.
That's awesome.
I'm sad that we didn't get to have him on it. But R.I.P. to Mark Davis.
Yeah,
Fucking A,
for
dude.
sure, man. That's sad to hear. All right, well, we're going to cheer it up. I'm hearing that crowd, getting fired up, Chris. It's time for some killer
shit.
cage match. So this is where we get a list of 100 killers that we came up with, 100 objects for them to fight with, a variable in the cage just to keep it interesting, and a song playing on that big monster PA of ours. And we have our listeners that provide the random numbers so we know who's fighting and what they're fighting with, Chris.
Yes,
and who
we
do we
do.
want to
Once
thank?
again, we would love to thank fucking our homie Big Mike. What up, Peggy Sue, Queen of the 419, and the dog Jason Lipari. Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all. And Joey, we got a good one going on tonight in the cage, man.
Fucking strumming that guitar, Danny Rawlings, Gainesville Ripper.
yeah.
He's going to go up against the killer clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Man, Gacy's been in the cage quite a bit lately,
times, yeah.
but he's brutal. So this should be
He
interesting.
should be up on the fucking. He should. Be
I
up
know.
On
I
the,
didn't.
the
I have
wall
him
in
up there all the time. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Fucked up. But they have an electric, or what's the objects here, Chris, that they're going to fight with?
They got themselves an electric can opener and a gun that shoots shards of glass.
Ouch.
So basically, it's like a shotgun, but it's glass instead of fucking pellets.
Interesting. That's going to do some damage, I'm thinking.
That's not going to feel good.
No. And then what about the variable, Joey?
It's David Draymond from the band Disturbed, but he's going to be dressed in a tutu in our ring.
Oh, boy. That could get interesting with Gacy.
Nah, bro.
You might dig that. But, and then the song, just for you, Joey, Girls School by Brittany Fox.
Fuck yeah.
Playing on our custom 666,000 watt custom Murder Metal Mayhem stereo. So, wow, we got the crowd's fired up, Chris, and where are we going to go with this, dude?
First of all, Gacy, he turns around, he looks at Draymond dressed up as in a tutu. Now, like, he's not into chicks, but it's a dude in real life. All he's thinking about is, like, at the girls' school, 'cause my baby broke all the... So he just starts going straight for David Draymond, like, oh, this boy is mine. I am on this shit. Fucking goddamn, I am on it. Meanwhile, Danny Rawlings, he's looking at this shit like, I ain't interested in either one of you. Fuck you. I'm going to fucking kill somebody. He fucking sees that gun. He's like, yep, this'll work. So he fucking just like shoots both Draymond and fucking John Wayne Gacy. But now he's got to do something with the body. So he just throws him in the fucking trunk of his car. And there he's rolling around. But before he left, he had this fucking can of fucking ravioli in his car. He used that electric can opener
Oh, nice.
to fucking open it up. So he's cruising around town, eating a cold can of ravioli. Well, he gets done with the ravioli and he just tosses it out the window. And the cops pull him over for
He doesn't
littering.
eat 9 cans, though?
Not 9, just one. It only takes one. He gets pulled over for littering, and they're like,
Oh, no.
oh, shit. What the fuck just happened? He doesn't like getting pulled over. But they got to search his car because he just littered, and now they smell weed because Danny Rawlings just decided, I'm going to try some weed today. Fucking, yep, they search his car, find fucking Gacy and fucking Draymond in the back. He's going to prison. I'm giving the win to the electric can opener.
Okay, all right. Joey, what do you think about this one, man? This could get interesting with you, dude.
Well, whenever that fucking song kicks in, Girls' School, you know a party is happening in the fucking Hornside Studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
So fucking, the cage is fucking a-rocking, but everybody can come and knock into this party. And fucking, you know, Gacy, he's just sitting there like fucking, he doesn't know what the fuck to think. This Danny Rawlings character, this isn't exactly like his type, so he can't like sexually abuse and then kill him, so he's gonna have to change his whole MO, so he's thrown off. Danny Rawlings, he doesn't even want to look at Gacy. That is definitely not what he's about. Like,
Yeah.
So he's got his eyes set on that fucking can
He's
opener,
probably
though. He's
jerking
got
off
plans for
thinking
that
about the
motherfucker.
girls' school, though.
Well, fucking, I mean, he's getting ideas of fucking listening to the song about how to write a new song on his acoustic. That's
Right.
for sure. But anyway, he's looking at that can opener. He kind of digs that, but he's like, what the fuck? Now, David Draymond is just over there fucking tripesying around, fucking in a tutu, which is okay. It's 2024. We're fine with that. You can be in a tutu.
Sure, whatever, dude.
David Draymond,
Whatever.
you just be about it, though. Like, own that shit. Don't
Right.
fucking hide behind your fucking interviews and trying to act hard with your lip piercings that are so
Like tusks.
You know-
Yeah.
yeah, like, I don't know. The dude was just fucking crazy, but he made a fucking $1 billion, so I
Yeah,
can't even talk
exactly.
shit. But anyway, in Murder Metal Man, we got him traipsing around in a tutu, listening to Girls' School. Gacy, he's fucking tired of this motherfucker. He is so sick of this dude. He fucking grabs that fucking gun with the shards of glass and blows Draymond straight in the fucking face.
Oh.
He was like, that is out of the situation. You should you should not be proud to be wearing the girl's clothes in public, motherfucker.
Right.
If Gacy didn't teach you anything
That's right.
then learn that, you know. So Draymond, he's out the game. Girls' school still rocking. Motherfuckers still partying, blowing lines of coke in the fucking crowd. It is wild in the studio. But Danny Raleigh's been fucking slowly like creeping into the corner and making himself smaller and smaller and looking like just a pile of fucking bundled up rags in the corner. And so when Gacy turns around, he's kind of confused. He doesn't really know what's going on. He's got that fucking gun with the shards, and he's going to fucking blow Danny Raleigh away too, because he don't want to molest that dude. He ain't got no time for that shit. But he can't find him. He starts freaking out, and he's like, oh, man. I feel like now that I'm exposed to Murder Mill Mayhem, they're going to expose me for the person that I am. And he's so afraid that everybody's going to find out that he's bisexual that he fucking takes the gun and blows his own brains out out of fucking self-loathing.
Oh, wow.
Fucking Danny Raleigh is like, my plan worked exactly like I thought it would. He takes that electric can opener. He takes the biggest shard of glass he can find from the gun, cuts the goddamn ring of our fucking, the canvas of our ring for Murder Mill Mayhem, takes it so he can go make a killer-ass tent out in the woods, and then he takes that electric can opener, because that's what he wanted the whole time. That was his prize for this, so he can open cans of tuna fish and eat them while he plays his acoustic in the new tent made of our fucking canvas.
Danny Raleigh, jeez.
Loving that. Hey,
loving some
the can
Murder
opener's
Metal
still a
Mayhem.
winner in your match, too, kind of.
That's right.
Yeah,
He found a new
that's
home.
true.
Found a new home. Very good. Well, that's why it's a listener favorite. It gets ridiculous. We love doing those. Creation of Chaos 4. That's my latest book. Order one today at PeteAltieri.com. I'm working on the new book Monday. I am ready to go. Chasms of Chaos. That should be out by the end of the summer. Brian Usual's doing the cover once again. I'll link on my website or to my website in the description below. But check out my web store. I got books on there, audio books, whatever, anything that you want, and all the Murder Metal Mayhem stuff is on
Anything you want.
anything you want. Huh? So yeah, it's all on there,
Love
both
you long
for
time.
us and my writing stuff. But anyway, I think we have done plenty of mayhem tonight. So let's hit that outro. Some new Gate Creeper, man.
Fucking
the song Masterpiece of Chaos from that new Dark Superstition album, man. Just came out Friday. Killer metal from Arizona. Digging
those guys
on that.
played FTA, didn't they?
Did they? Gate
Yeah.
Creeper. They tour a lot.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
say, I'm
tour a
pretty
lot.
sure we've seen them at FTA, yeah.
That's cool. The metal
I'm just
segment,
super fucking
Chris.
fucked up on lots of alcohol at FTA, so some things I might not remember.
Little hazy. What about that metal segment, Chris?
Fucking, that's the Great Metal Motherfucker by fucking Chrysix.
Hell
Always
yeah.
killing it. Hail to fucking CK.
That's right. Bumper music tonight, Joey.
We listened to Cognitive, Gate Creeper, and Gorgasm.
Nice. Definitely brutal.
Good shit.
And the
tonight.
Murder Metal Mayhem intro music is Crawl Space by Low 12. Thanks to all of you out there listening. You guys on YouTube for watching. However you're consuming this, thank you. We keep seeing those numbers coming in, and we appreciate it very, very, very much. So why don't we read a few? Chris, why don't you start us out?
We got Christopher Lee said, and this is from the video of the Rainy Street fucking Ripper segment. This is interesting stuff, fellas. Good stuff.
Yeah, Christopher has been all about supporting everything Murder Metal Mayhem. So
That's
thanks,
what's up.
Christopher.
Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it.
Yeah, very cool. And then Joey, how about that second one?
Panda Bears Go Psycho for you said, this podcast is the shit. Some chick at work told me about. You guys have been listening nonstop for a month. Love hearing the bong hits. Well, hell yeah.
There you go.
Gotta love the bong hits, man.
There you go. Sweet Caroline 593 comments, I can't get enough Murder Metal Mayhem. I love your videos on YouTube, and now I'm hooked on these podcasts. So funny, but so informative. So there you go.
Right
Very
on.
good.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thanks, Caroline. And Chris, what about that last one?
Randy Rhoads came from the grave. Oh, no. Oh, it's Randy Rhoads is a god. My bad. So Randy Rhoads is a god says, loved hearing Chris talk about Crypta, my favorite band. So good live. Fucking right. Hell yeah.
Very cool.
Something I'm glad you
Man, the
enjoyed
guy's
it.
supporting what you did last week, and you're ripping on his screen name.
I know. I'm sorry, man. My bad. I didn't read the whole thing. It's the first time I read the comment. I'm looking at him like Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads is not. But yeah, Randy Rhoads is fucking badass motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure. Pick up one of my books on my website, PeteAltieri.com, MurderMetalMayhem.com for all our stuff. We got a few copies left of Hysterical, Distasteful, and Stupid Volume 1 on CD, physical.
Just sent one to Roanoke today.
Oh, nice.
Devin.
Hey,
That's
I
great.
gave one to fucking Warstrom when I seen him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like I gave him my personal one. I was like, hey, bro, take this with you, dude. So yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, they're just $12 to ship it in the U.S., so keeping the price low, but it's a nice collectible, and the ones I've got 3 left, I think, and they're all signed by the 3 of us, so
Hell yeah.
it's a cool keepsake. So yeah, you can get that all on the website, and then Joey's distro, a link
You
to
can
that
also
in the
get the
episode.
fucking Murder Metal Man CD through me.
That's
I don't have
right.
many left either, but yeah, if you guys want it, hit us up.
Yeah, exactly. You can like us on our Facebook group, Twitter, the YouTube channel. We've got a lot of that stuff. You don't want to miss any of the stuff we're doing. We got the Throwing the Horns now as the metal stuff. Shane and I doing that. So we're trying to cover it all. But support the show. Join the 666 Club. $3 a month is all it is. And
Get it.
thank you those that are already members.
yeah,
we
we don't
appreciate
have
it.
we don't have tiers like a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, we just have
It's
the
just a
single
flat
tier.
out $3.
Just
So
$3.
That's it.
And the YouTube one's $1.99, so that's even less. But we can't let him go without hearing a karaoke song. A little blast from the past, so crank this one up. And until next time, keep one foot in the gutter.
Keep smoking weed. Keep drinking if you drink. But most of all, keep listening to Murder Metal Mayhem.
If you see a painted sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Love Shack, yeah, yeah. I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for the love getaway, heading for the love getaway.
I got me a car, it's as big as a well, and we're heading on down to the Love Shack. I got me a Chrysler, it seats about 20, so hurry up and bring your jukebox buddy.
The Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby.
A Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack, Love Shack, Love Shack, Love Shack, Love Shack,
Baby, that's where it's at. Love, baby, that's where it's at. Sign says, stay away, fool, 'cause love rules at the Love Shack.
Well, it's set way back in the middle of a field, just a funky old shack, and I gotta get back. Glitter on the mattress, glitter on the highway, glitter on the front porch, glitter on the highway. The Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack, that's where it's at. Love Shack, that's where it's at.
Hugging and a kissing,
Mother, man.